Hi Taste Trini family. In today's video I'm going to share a recipe for a Trinbagonian chicken pelau. And I did this video probably when I just started my channel a few years ago. But you can read all about it in my blog post. It's going to be listed in the description box below, the link to it. And you'll also get the full write-up on this recipe with the ingredients and everything. So go click there when you're finished. As you know, Trinidad and Tobago is such a multicultural nation. We have so many different cultural influences on our food, and Pelau has African, Asian and Spanish influences. It's similar to pilau and to pilaf and also to paella. They do have similar methods of preparation, but they are different in their own ways. When Trinbagonians are asked what food really represents our culture as Trinbagonians, a lot of people say it's Pelau, and I have to agree. Pelau is actually listed as the unofficial national dish of Trinidad and Tobago because it's just a great representation of the culture of Trinidad and Tobago. So because Pelau is a one-pot dish, it's so easy to take on limes or gatherings, especially at the beach or at the river, or if you're just having unexpected visitors and you want to whip something up quick, Pelau is the way to go. It's so hearty. It's a one-pot dish made with rice, stewed chicken or any other types of meats, and it has vegetables, herbs, lots of seasonings, and it's simmered in coconut milk. There's also beans or peas depending on your preference or what's in season. So Pelau is such a versatile dish, and each family in Trinidad and Tobago has their own version. So this is just my version that I'm going to share with you, and I hope you enjoy. So let's start with the ingredients. I'm using some carrots, celery leaves and stalks, sweet peppers, and I'm using the mini ones, fresh or canned coconut milk, whatever you have available to you, hot peppers, pimento peppers or seasoning peppers, fresh thyme, chive or scallion, garlic, shadow benny or culantro, and you can also add some diced pumpkin if you want. While I was at the market shopping for the pilau, Batman actually video called me, so I told him I was going to make a pilau, and he was watching all the ingredients that I picked up and he wondered why I didn't pick up pumpkin. And he said, put some pumpkin in it, Nagil, like it tastes real good. So you all can add pumpkin if you like. It does add a nice sweetness to the pilau. I'll also add some ginger and onion, but it's not shown here. You'll also need some beans and or peas. I'm using some pre-boiled red beans, and I just boiled these until they were nice and tender. I'm also using some dry canned pigeon peas, gongo peas or Congo peas for my Jamaican friends. Usually my mom sends me some nice fresh pigeon peas from her garden, and she usually pre-boils them and she has them in the freezer. So whenever I visit, she just loads me up with pigeon peas to take back. Or you can buy the frozen pigeon peas from the grocery. Just follow the instructions on the package. They always tell you to boil it for about 12 to 15 minutes before using it. I'm also using some salted butter. You can use some salted margarine if you want. And you'll need some rice. You thought I forgot about the main ingredient, right? Well, I didn't. I have a 5-pound chicken here that I skinned and I cut up and I cleaned it. Now I'm washing it with some flour and some vinegar, and that's gonna pull the excess fat and the slime out of the meat. And make sure you wash it thoroughly. And if you're lucky to have a fresh poultry where you live, then a freshly roasted chicken is always gonna be so much better. Season the chicken with salt, green seasoning, and this is just a blend of shadow benny or bandania, also called culantro or ricao, hot peppers, garlic, and pimento peppers. And it's an essential Caribbean green seasoning that you can find in every Caribbean kitchen. Add diced onion, some ketchup, or in place of ketchup you can use some ruku or annatto, or you can omit this completely. Add some dark soy sauce, freshly ground black pepper, and some fresh ginger. The first step to this pilau is to stew the chicken. Add some oil to your pot and add your brown sugar. The oil is optional in this step, you can just add the brown sugar to your dry pot. Let the sugar melt on medium heat, and once it's ready, it's gonna look like a very nice amber color. You'll see it starting to swell and move towards the sides of the pot. When that happens, then we'll know that our sugar is ready. I like to add it at this stage where the amber color starts to transition into a darker color. And you can let it get a bit darker if you want to. This is the stage that I like it. So I'm adding my seasoned chicken in there. And I'm just going to mix it well to get all the chicken pieces coated in that lovely caramelized sugar. Now you want to cover your pot and you want the chicken to release its natural juices. So we're just going to get that process started by covering the pot and letting it steam. After 10 minutes here you'll see that my chicken released a lot of liquids. I find that when I buy chicken at the grocery, it tends to have a lot of liquid in it. So my chicken is 5 pounds, but with all this liquid it seems like I'm just going to get 3.5 pounds of meat. So that's why fresh chicken is always best. If you're doing this with a fresh chicken, you'll notice that you're not going to get too much liquid and that first set of water is going to reduce very quickly. Once that first set of liquid is reduced, now add your rice in, and I'm using some enriched white rice. This is the rice that my husband likes, but parboiled rice is traditionally used. And you can add brown rice or any other type of rice that you like. Now stir well to get those rice grains coated with all that stewed goodness. Let it get a good chunky for about 5 to 10 minutes and then add the fresh coconut milk. This was made by chopping up the coconut kernel or the meat into very fine pieces, adding it to a blender and adding some water, blending it and then straining it to form this coconut milk. Along with the coconut milk, add some water as well. Because I'm using white rice, I'm going to use 2.5 cups of liquid per cup of rice. If you're using parboiled rice, you might want to add a little more liquid, but it also depends on how you like your pilau. So if you like dry pilau, then you just want to add a minimal amount of liquid. So just keep that in mind. Now add the carrots, sweet peppers, pimentos, hot peppers, the chive or the scallion, the celery leaves and stalks, thyme, pumpkin, and any other ingredients that you like. Now is a good time to add it. When I make this with parboiled rice, I usually add the ingredients in different stages, but because I'm using this white rice, I'll have the pot covered for mostly the entire cooking time, so I'll have to leave this covered. Let this come up to a bubble and lower the heat all the way down and cover it completely just so that no steam can escape. After 20 minutes of it being covered and steaming, add the peas and the beans and mix it and cover it again for about 8 to 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, the rice is perfectly cooked. To finish, add some chopped celery leaves, shadow benny or bandania, cilantro, and saivo scallion. Add some Irish butter and mix that well. I'm team wet pilau, so I like this consistency, but if you like a dry pilau, add less water, so about 2 cups of liquid per cup of rice. Remember that as the pilau cools, it's gonna thicken up, so leave a little bit extra liquid if you want it to stay wet and sappy. Now our pilau is ready to be served. It's a known Trinbagonian fact that pilau tastes so much better the next day, but I can't resist having mine steaming hot straight out of the pot. We enjoy our pilau with a side of pepper choka or murtani, some cucumber chow and some greens. Coleslaw, fried or boiled plantains, and kuchilau achar are also great options. And this can be made with beef, duck or goat, shrimp or fish. And my brother makes curried pilau, but I'll save that for next day. Do you know that the crispy, well-cooked parts at the bottom are referred to as the bun? This is my dad and my husband's favorite part. Leave me a comment below. Do you like bun? So I hope the video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. If you love pilau, give the video a thumbs up. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comment box below. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell next to the subscribe button so that you don't miss any videos. Until next time, bye!